Well, good day and welcome to this presentation on Norming Resource Manager, AP Payment. So again, I will log in as myself and we'll choose the same company, PJC only. And in this case, we do an AP Payment Requisition. And again, I've got historical payment details. If I click New, I have the option to choose the bank, depending on how many banks are set up within Sage 300. So again, I'm able to see all of the master file details within Sage 300, choose a payment date, choose a type of payment transaction. So we support payment, prepayment, and miscellaneous payment. And the requisition is a payment from CCB, which is the bank. Now I can choose a vendor that I wish to pay, and it will show me all of the invoice details that are outstanding. So let's say I want to pay this invoice for $91.34. So I would choose that, yes. I could add an attachment. Let's say it's a copy of the invoice. So let's say it's an invoice copy, and browse and pick up that invoice. So again, it could be any type of file format that we want. Let's say I'm going to take, actually let's go over here and we'll choose a different, just make sure I'm not using anything too incriminating. Let's do this one and save that. And then the payment detail. So if I'm okay with that, I would submit. And the approval audit trail shows me that Marilyn's doing the approval. Now, if I unsubmit because I forgot to do something, I just wanted to highlight the sort mechanism here. You notice that I can sort by document number, but I can also sort by due date, and then I can choose the due date. So let's say it was this date and then go, and it would show me anything that was due by that date. Let's say if I move forward a couple of months and choose that due date, it limits what's available based on due date. So just wanted to show that you can also filter by type of document. So if it was just invoices I was looking at or just prepayments I was looking at, I can filter on that basis. So that's another nice feature of the system, is being able to filter based on those different criteria. So if we're going to go back and we're going to choose this invoice again and say, yes, I want to go ahead and pay that invoice, and then maybe this one too. We'll pick a couple of different invoices and then submit that into the workflow. And that's going to be Marilyn's job. But you see the submit, unsubmit, submitted is also recorded as individual steps in the approval workflow. So everything that happens with the document is going to be recorded as part of that approval workflow. Now we log in again as Marilyn, and we choose the appropriate Sage 300 company. And the to approve list will have a payment requisition, PY2 from today's date, and the two invoices that we wish to pay. And then there's the attachment, and I can open up that attachment. And it's a sales order in this case, but you notice that it's any type of document is fine. And then we'll go ahead and approve, say OK. Now the one thing I should point out here is that it is possible to approve at a document level as well as an individual line level. So on the purchase request, as an example, we could have approved at a line level, not just the document level. So now we see the requisition list for AP payments. There's the payment that we've set up. And there's one of the invoices that have been paid. And again, the attachment would be here. The approval audit trail would be here. And then the requisition details. Okay. So we can refresh this and then go ahead and say, this is ready to post. And it generates a payment batch. So when we go up to accounts payable and we see the transaction payment batch list, we see there's an EN payment requisition, and we've got the payment. And then of course we can drill from the payment entry back into the payment requisition entry. So those are some of the key requisition types within Resource Manager.